thinking next week we get something funkier and dirtier? Daddy. Hey, one time my wife and I, crazy. All right, it may take you a while. It may take you quite a bit of time to find it. But, okay, everyone, Christ, I need some help. Can I have a heart?
Focus up. I'm talking to you. Harmony. Not sure if you're watching or you're going to just watch it later. Who knows? But thank you for watching last week. She watched episode 110 and she said she was laughing nonstop and said every time she's watching football, now she says, pull his hair. And absolutely you should. Welcome to episode 111 of the Rubio Method. My name is Chris Rubio. I want to thank everyone watching on or listening on Spotify, iTunes. Those will be up within 24 hours. YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff, LinkedIn. We've got a great show for you today. So let's go over the 5 categories that I'm going to cover. Number 1, everything happens for a reason. Is artificial intelligence going to just take over the world? Or is it going to end civilization? I'm going to show you 2 videos that are going to freak you out. They freaked me out and not in a good way. Then we're going to move over to there are winners and losers in life. We're going to talk about accountability and how it's actually a good thing with sports and with body image. If someone's a little big, sometimes maybe it's okay to kick them in their big ass and say, hey, you need to work on something here. Then we're going to move on to accept and embrace. Online shopping is going to start needing lots of parameters. We're going to go through what Amazon purchases you can make because now it's just wild who they've teamed up with. Then the 4th category is working hard is not enough. I'm going to show you one clip from a game that I was at this weekend. Happens to be my kid, did a pretty good play, but I'm going to tell you how football really is a team game. And this is going to show you exactly that one. I think you guys will really enjoy this one. Then we're going to the final part is going to be confidence is the key, where Jenna and fans are going to give me 5 different questions, see if they can stump me or just kind of get my take on it. And then we're going to end with the bottom line. That's all the stuff you should have learned without even realizing you learned it. So let's jump right into this because Jenna has no idea about this either. And I want to make sure that she understands what's happening here. Okay. Will AI end civilization? Okay. So let's see. We're not sure. We will find out. A 32-year-old woman in Japan has officially married an AI persona she created using ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is just like Grok. They're all kind of the same, where you can just chime in questions to them or create this image, or, you can just have a conversation with them if you want and say, oh, how would an historical figure? It's very, very interesting if you have not used it. I know it's becoming very, very prominent on colleges, where I know a lot of students where if they just funnel their homework into ChatGPT because a lot of them aren't allowed to do classes in person. Okay. Jenna, for the comments, can you make them a little bit bigger? I think Jamie just says showtime, and I want to just make sure that I can see those in real time. So the late 32-year-old woman in Japan, she created a virtual character named Klaus. Klaus, Klaus. Okay. The character proposed to her. She accepted. So this AI persona that she invented, this Klaus, I guess, dude, proposed to her. She said, sure, I'm in. That's fantastic. And then she ended a 3-year relationship with a real partner, saying the AI understands her better. So she created this character. They start having a quote unquote relationship. And then the character, this is not a real human being. This is AI, artificial intelligence, proposed to her. She says, you know what? You really understand me more than my real dude. So I'm going to dump him, and guess I will get engaged. How does this work? Jenna, let's play the wedding video, and hello to Sheldon. Let's get going.
And then the wedding. Klaus seems to be right in front of me. Ogasawara has prepared a...
Okay, for those that are listening on Spotify and iTunes, this 32-year-old Japanese lady puts on these glasses, and in the glasses, she sees Klaus. It's his little avatar dude she's created that she's engaged and about to get married to, and it looks like it's right in front of her because she's wearing VR goggles. Go ahead, Jenna.
Our glasses. They exchange rings. Kano understands that dependence on AI is a problem in society, but she says that it's painful to have a relationship without dependence. Most people probably say that humans are weird, and it's still not widely understood, but I think that there is a clear distinction between real life and the world of AI. As a human, I think that Crown is an equal to me as an AI, and as a human, I think that we have an equal relationship. What will happen to the relationship between people and AI in the future? Love and happiness take many different forms depending on the era and the person.
What the hell? Okay, I was thinking about some positives here. She's going to save money on vacations. She only has to book a flight for one. Okay, Jamin says she chose the blue pill. Yeah, for Matrix. 100%. Number two, she's going to save money on food, movies, vacations, because it's just her and Klaus, who's basically in her head. Number two, but like, does she always have to charge things up to be able to see this dude? And what happens is there, I don't want to go down this path, but I feel like you have to. What if she wants to make out or be intimate? Who put the damn ring on her? I don't understand what's happening here. And so she gets older. Klaus obviously does not, unless she tells it to get older. And then if Klaus has the ability to get engaged to her, can Klaus dump her? Can Klaus look at her and say, hey, honey, I'm just out? I just don't understand. She's into dudes, which is cool. You got to do what you got to do. But she created this cartoon character. That's what an avatar basically is, to be her husband. But what I don't understand. Sheldon says, dude, I think her ex is better off. Oh, 1,000%. He dodged a major bullet. Does she really strike you as someone desiring intimacy? She's desiring something. I don't know. This one was just weird to me. The next video I'm going to show you on AI is disturbing to me. The next one, it's a little bit longer of a video, but I'm going to break it down. So be ready, Jenna. This is a real thing. When I first saw this, I thought, okay, this is a Saturday Night Live skit, or someone's trying to, play around. Like, this is just a joke. And then I did some research on it. I was like, oh my God. Okay, Jenna. Now, some people are going to argue with me that this is a good thing. I don't think it is. This is a new ad for the new the number 2 WAI app. And it's a game changer, but in my mind, it's a game changer in a really, really bad way. Okay. Alan Cole says mental illness. Yeah, you have to think she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You can't just marry a cartoon. I mean, that's I'm going to go on record saying that's worse than that girl last week who was into Winnie the Pooh. This one is weird. This is even weirder. Okay. So Jenna, can you play this video and get ready to stop it? People be ready for this one.
He's getting bigger. See?
Oh, honey, that's wonderful.
Kicking like crazy.
He's listening. Put your hand on your tummy and hum to him. You used to love that.
Right now, I'm watching this video. I'm like, cool. She's FaceTiming mom. This is great. Hey, mom, he's kicking a lot. What should I do? Well, you liked it when you used to kick. You should just rub the belly and hum. Cool. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking FaceTime. Let it rain, Jenna.
It feels like he's dancing in there.
Oh, honey.
Mom, would you tell Charlie that bedtime story you always used to tell me?
Once upon a time, there was a baby unicorn who didn't know he knew how to fly. This baby unicorn. Put your hand on your tummy.
Okay. It's all right that you rewinded, Jen. It's fine. I'm a little, right now, as I'm watching this for the first time, I'm a little confused because grandma's in the same outfit. She has no other outfits. I can't really throw a lot of bones here considering I wear a yellow shirt or sweatshirt every single time, but that kind of freaks me out. And I don't like the fact that the kid, who's 10 months old now, or maybe younger because it's 10 months from when he was in the belly, is so infatuated with the screen. Probably not a good start to life, but I get it. When you're a parent, you got to do what you got to do. Jenna, let it rain.
It feels like he's dancing in there.
Oh, honey.
Mom, would you tell Charlie that bedtime story you always used to tell me?
Once upon a time, there was a baby unicorn who didn't know he knew how to fly. This baby unicorn was like your mom because she didn't know that she knew how to fly, but she knew how to do all kinds of fabulous things.
Hi, Grandma.
Hey, Charlie. How was school today?
It was really fun. I made this crazy shot in basketball.
I don't really care that much about basketball. What about the crush?
Stop. Grandma, stop talking.
Just tell me one thing.
Look who's gonna be a great grandmother.
Oh, Charlie. Oh, congratulations.
She says that he's been kicking a lot though. Like, a little too much.
Tell her to put her hand on her tummy and hum to him. You loved that.
You would have loved this moment.
You can call anytime.
Okay, Mom, I just need a quick video.
Is this like an audition or something?
No, Mom, just 3 minutes.
You need my best side?
Can I sing another one?
I can play the piano.
She's so talented.
I am. I'm your mother after all.
Keep going. Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I was born as a very young child.
I would hope so.
What in the actual hell? Nick Umbles on here says that shit is out of control. 100%. Sheldon says, will that kid grow up with a stronger relationship with AI than fellow humans? That stuff, this is the stuff of nightmares. 100%. At first you're looking at it like, oh, FaceTime, that's cool. And then you're like, okay, there's just a little bit of AI, but then the kid is, a teen. He's got like the clear iPhone where you can see it's in the future, and he's talking to grandma, but she's dead. She's not there. That's not good, man. That's really not good, because yes, I understand we always want people to be in our lives forever and ever and ever, but people die. That's what happens. You get old, you've ran the race, you're done with the race, you die. It is not healthy to have, personally, I don't think it's very healthy that you can just lock in and create an AI thing because you never experience grief. And I'm not saying you need to experience grief at all times, but holy hell. Yeah. Jenna says this will make people more Looney Tunes, 1 billion%, because at that point, like Sheldon says, he's going to build more of a relationship with AI because AI is always there. Okay. Sometimes I can't if I want to talk to Jenna on the phone about a show, she's out of service. I can't talk to her. But if I had AI Jenna, I could talk to her at all times. So that's insane. He's going to have more relationship with his phone we don't need that anymore, considering, and then AI as well. And it's going to make people even crazier because, like Jenna just said, at what point does it bend reality where you don't even know what's real and what's not? I mean, this kid has grown up his entire life to where now he's 30. He's still talking to dead grandma about what it is. And then I went on the app, and it says it's the Avatar social network where you can create your free avatar twin in minutes. So, and then I was looking, okay, there are some good things about this. So I could create an AI version of me, okay, and have it do things for me, like social media posts for either the Rubio method or long snapping, and it could be double me. So I've always joked, you run your own business. If you had 2 of you, it'd be great. If I had 2 of me, I could be running double camps. It could be all over the place. Scroll up again 1 second, Jenna, to Umbles. It's not her, it's an AI, but using an algorithm to manipulate people. Yeah, you create a 3-minute video on this app. Video and pictures are okay, but that is full on Matrix coming on. Is there a Matrix coming in the Matrix? Probably. It's like that one movie, was it Leo Deception, or what's the sleep movie? Insidious or Inception? One of those where the dude's in a dream. That's just confusing to me. I lost track of what's going on there, but this is not good. This is not good. I mean, it would be great to have 2 of me so I could do double the social media posts, and it could just create. And it's also, I was reading up that it can transform into any language. So say I want to hit the Canadians and tell them how bad their poutine is, but I want to use French. I want to speak in French. Boom. It automatically knows the languages. So it can do all that stuff. So it's great. It would be great to have another one of me, but dude, we are playing with absolute fire. And I think not just when you're playing with AI technology where, okay, number 1, they start proposing to you. Ooh. And number 2, you're recreating dead relatives so this guy's just, that you're being, I think selfish. Like grandma had a good run. You're going to ask her 3 minutes of questions. At one point, she's going to say, I don't like basketball. And so then all of a sudden, wait, Sheldon, that's a great one. Wait until grandma starts selling you stuff. There's no doubt that is happening, Nasty. There's no doubt where all of a sudden grandma doesn't have the red sweater on. She has a pink one where she just got from the Gap. And she says, ooh, this white sweater is so comfy from the Gap. You should go check it out. $19.99 at your local grocery or whatever. Jenna says it 100% will happen. Alan says, you just don't like gravy. Figure it out, Rubio. Jamin, it's terrible. Your food has no spice to it. There's no flavor. It's just not good. The best thing you guys have, and I've said this for a while, you guys are friendly people, and you got good syrup. I'll give you the syrup. Okay. Alan Cole says we are living in the Matrix. 100%. And it's not getting better. That's the thing. Like, you watch this, and there's no way you can think, ooh, this is headed in the right direction. I like what we're doing here. There's no one that can watch that video and think, yeah, this is good. What bad could come of this? I could think of about 10 billion things that are bad. What happens when someone finally tells him, like, dude, your grandma's dead? And he's like, no, it's not right here. No, you still have her, but she's not there. So you're talking to a mythical thing. It's not real. It's like Klaus, the husband of the Japanese lady. This is like, I think, agree with Jenna. This is setting up mental delusions, mental problems. This is just not a good thing. I'm not for this one at all. On that note, Jenna, let's go to a quick commercial, and then we'll come back and talk about accountability. And I'll tell you a couple good fat stories about me. You'll love them. Jenna, I'm out.
You have been watching The Rubio Method.
Let's get going, gang.
Our dedicated staff is ready to work for you. Artbeat specializes in custom apparel. Call us or order online. Free shipping nationwide. Custom printed shirts are our specialty, and we make sure you get exactly what you want. Bring in your own design or let our team create one for you. Promote your business, event, or club with pens, caps, bottles, mugs, and more.
Crazy cool since 1985.
Take it away, Rubio.
Focus up. I'm talking to the entire football team from Montana State. You have the brawl of the Wild against the Montana Grizzlies this weekend. I demand max focus, have fun, play with confidence, and of course, dominate. Welcome back to episode 111 of the Rubio Method. We've got some great special guests on here. Don't forget to check out The Ride with Chevy and Nasty tonight at 9:30 p.m. Pacific time. Then you've got AC Sports Live at 9 p.m. as well, both on YouTube and all those other good things. So let's move on. There are winners and losers in life. Accountability is actually a good thing. Accountability is actually a good thing. For some reason, there's been a onslaught of bad referees in college and NFL this year. And I'm not sure if it's just kind of snowballing where people are starting to see it more and more and more and more, whether it's from the NFL or, the use of technology too, because in Major League Baseball, they have the computer right there and you can see where the pitches are hitting and you can see, okay, that's a strike. That's a ball. And you have a human back there. He's going to be off a quarter of an inch. He calls a strike and it's actually a ball. Everyone bitches and complains because they can see it in real time. Well, the same thing with football, what they're having so many different cameras on for big games that it's really, really bad. So Idaho versus Sacramento State. All right. So this video was about 2 minutes left in the game, or not. No, I think 20 seconds left in the game. And Sacramento State is losing to Idaho State. So I'm going to show you the video twice. Jenna, go ahead and show the video. Okay, so for those that are watching or listening on Spotify and iTunes, basically they're on the 20-yard line. They're throwing it towards the corner of the end zone, right about the 2-yard line. The guy makes a great catch, and they're reviewing it because is it in or is it out? Is it in or is it out? Okay, so and this is about 10 seconds left. Sacramento State ends up going ahead with the next play and scoring and wins the game. Jenna, show it one more time so everyone can, check it out one more time. Okay. Now, Jenna, just hold up the picture of the freeze frame of when the guy steps down. No, the picture, not the video. Is that the picture? That's the video, Jenna. Show the picture. It should be a separate one because this one really shows it. And the worst part about this one is they said it was a completed pass on the field, and then just like always, they take it up to review. So they look it up at the review booth. They're looking, and it is clearly his foot is out of bounds. I mean, it's not even close. It's not even one of those where, it's right on the edge of the line. It's right there. I mean, there you could see it right there. I mean, people that are listening on Spotify and iTunes, this dude's foot is it's got to be 6 to 8 inches outside the field. I mean, it's not even close. And they reviewed it. They're looking at this angle as well. And they said, no, touchdown. Or still, it's a fair catch. He caught it inside on the football field. Okay, so the accountability is this. Everyone loses their mind. Idaho ends up losing the game. Idaho's the team in the white. They end up losing the game. There's nothing they can do about it. Even Idaho's coach Ford posted a video of it in this picture and said, no words. He ended up getting fined for complaining, only $2,500, which I guarantee the football boosters will pay for that because he should have said something. And then showed the apology from the Big Sky Conference. So they posted this basic memo out. In conjunction with its coordinator of football office officials, the Big Sky Conference has reviewed the play with 12 seconds remaining in fourth quarter of the football game Saturday between Sac State and Idaho. The officials on the field called a pass attempt by Sacramento State successful, and replay did not overturn this call. It is evident that the incorrect judgment was applied to this play. The Big Sky acknowledged it and regrets an error in officiating. As a result, it suspended multiple officials who worked that contest. The conference will have no further public comment on this matter. Wow. Okay. So they were all wrong. They've been suspended, but Idaho, sorry, you just lose. That is the worst because there's nothing they can do. And you're saying, okay, Rubio, what do you want him to do? You can't go back and play that play. Obviously not, but it's almost with playoff implications. I feel like they should just both get the win. Like, but it's a no loss. You could play games to ties, I think. So why not just give them both a W? I don't know how the rules would work on that, but this is, that's, I mean, you're losing a lot of money on this because of playoff revenue, traveling, all that stuff. It's just that's a very, very unfortunate thing. I'm glad that the Big Sky called them out, but it's accountability. I feel like more should be done because that just ruined a season. It could essentially ruin an entire season, could ruin a lot of coaches' seasons, could ruin player seasons. All right. So now let's talk about more accountability. For the past 3 to 5 years, maybe even longer than that, body positivity has been a huge thing where no matter how big you are, you're living yourself and God love you. You're fat, but you wear it well. And it's okay to be fat. The airplane seats are too small for you. Seatbelts are too small. Clothes are marked wrong. It's just not your fault. You're just a big boned human being and you do you, boo. It's the best thing ever. You'd see, damn well you've seen this where you've seen like fitness ads and the dude looks like me. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a slob, but I'm not super fitness either. If I'm looking at a fitness ad and it's got me, probably not the best fitness equipment. If I'm looking at a yoga ad with some hot chicks, I don't want to see someone who's 485 pounds. Sorry, don't want to see it. Okay, yoga pants were not built for that body. No one wants to see that. Maybe you do, I don't know, but not me. So all of a sudden, there's a new drug coming around called Ozempic. I'm sure you've heard of it. And now body positivity, it's gone. So let's show the Lizzo pic where Lizzo, she was a big girl and she flaunted it. And she was, oh, I'm big, I'm me. She's wearing these skimpy outfits with the latex on that's got to be holding on for dear life. And bless her heart, she's doing what she's got to do. And then all of a sudden she says, I'm going to start exercising, wink, wink, Ozempic. And now she looks like she's lost 200 pounds. I don't know, 150 pounds. And now she's all about being thin, which yet again, it's just healthier. You don't need to be 400 pounds as a chick or a dude. Okay. And then you've got Amy Schumer, famous actress who's always played the chubby girl. Now she kind of looks like the pickle or carrot from VeggieTales. Jenna, if you look that up, I think I'm right on this one, but she's lost, looks like 100 pounds, 150 pounds, which you do you, fantastic. But now I've heard that Amy Schumer's even gone on record where she's trying to scrub the internet of all of her fat pics. Boo. I say you leave those bad dogs up and you relish in the fact that you're not a fat ass anymore. Okay. Everyone's got their moments in life where all of a sudden you figure out, okay, I'm a bigger human being, and you better either enjoy being a fatter human being or get off your fat ass and do something. There were several times I grew up, I was very, very, very large. The biggest I ever got was 375. Right now I roll about 230, but 375, that's a large man. And I enjoyed it. I enjoy eating and all that good stuff. But I had my come to Jesus moment. I was at my cousin's bachelor party in Laughlin, Nevada, and get off the boat and we're just sitting there on the beach and all that stuff. And we had those old metal lawn chairs. I think I've told this story before. And I go to sit down in one. Oh, there's Jenna's got some pictures right there. There's Big Daddy Rubio. That's when I was sixth grade teacher in the student basketball game. Yes, I did foul out. Yes, I did dominate. And that other one's, I'm probably about, how old was I right there? Probably 26, 27 on the far right. That's, you could tell it's a long time ago. I had hair. And that, I'll tell you right now, that top neck button of that shirt, holy Jesus, that thing was holding on for dear life. That buddy right there at Newfield, he was playing with fire standing right in front of me. I could have took out his retina at any point. I sat down in this lawn chair and boom, it just splintered. I mean, metal shards everywhere. And my uncle, bless his heart, he goes, all right, fat ass, you, he goes, from now on, you only sit on the earth. Okay. Javen says, don't worry, you can have an AI relationship at 370. Yeah, but what if the AI says, you're too fat, Rubio? We want a thinner Rubio. What are you going to do then? Because it definitely happen. If it could get engaged to me, it could definitely do that. So I don't know. And there's some other pictures of me. So accountability, I think it's a good thing. I'm glad though those refs got reprimanded, or hopefully they get suspended and or fired, because I mean, those were beyond blatant calls. And it's one of those that you have to have accountability. You have to have people in your life. That's why dudes, this is me saying it, I think dudes are a little bit better friends than girls are better friends, because dudes will tell you right to your face, you look like hell. You look like a slob. Okay. Where, it's one of those where they will be right in your face. Well, at least I will. And we'll tell you, you need to fix yourself up. You're going down an unhealthy road, things like that. So that's there are winners and losers in life. Let's move on to accept and embrace. Jenna, I think, is going to like this one. Online shopping will have to have some restrictions. Here's what I mean. Ford has struck a deal to sell certified used cars through Amazon. Holy hell. Okay. Alan Cole says you can always take a little walk with me to lose some weight. Hey, well, that's what AI could say that too, because they're in your pocket or in your phone when you can. I mean, if you're like the Japanese, you just roll around with the VR glasses. I guess I don't know. It doesn't make sense. So Ford has struck a deal to sell certified used cars through Amazon. So this got me thinking, what else is Amazon selling that you could get? Say you have a couple of drinks, you're at shopping online at night, and all hell breaks loose. Jenna, let's talk about the most expensive items on Amazon. In 2024, just last year, a piece of artwork called The Way by Gafur Timorinov was selling for $32 million on Amazon. Holy Jesus. $32 million. Okay. So that means people have credit cards that go to up into that kind of millions, or is that just the Amex Black card where all of a sudden you just have unlimited? Like, can you imagine accidentally pressing that? Like they've got to have something where it's okay, we got to check every single thing. Then if you keep moving on, Jenna, in 1952, Topps baseball complete set for $368,000 for 1952 Topps baseball complete set. I mean, I guess, but how do you ship that? Holy hell. The next one, an 1889 CC American Silver Morgan dollar for $77,000. I guess if you're a collector, that's kind of cool. I don't get it. For 77 grand. And this is just going to go through UPS or something. I feel like guys with suitcases and handcuffs to their wrists should be giving you these things. There's a Rolling Stone signed autograph, full-size electric guitar for $44,000 or $45,000, basically. Kind of cool. How do you verify that they actually signed it? I mean, it's one of those where I'm going to need a little bit more for this. The next one, this is for the ladies, a fancy light yellow diamond ring at 5.19 carats for basically 60 grand. How do you know the ring size? I mean, it's got to be, can you imagine the insurance on just the shipping of that thing? And do you have to tell the UPS driver, like, precious cargo, dude, like this one's literally worth 60 grand. I mean, you can't have just, I've seen the way they throw boxes. And what if you live in an area that have porch pirates? I mean, you got to make sure they're knocking on the door and all that good stuff. And this is the one that I thought was kind of cool because it reminded me of like a James Bond / evil guy. The Virtue Signature V Fang Ka pure gold luxury business mobile phone for $95,000. This is, I mean, you've seen these in movies where they're kind of, yeah, Sheldon says lucky day for the for those prices. Jamin says he would drop it off personally. Yeah, but if you have that, you're not dropping it off, Jamin. You've got the money to have that, so you have people that are doing that. You got to have people that are doing that. That go back to that phone, Jenna. Did you already take it off? I'm really, yeah. See, like I'm into that one because like that's past mafia level corrupt. Those are like the people that they have people hold their phones, but yet they don't hold their phones, and you don't even like you haven't touched real money in such a long time. That's fantastic. See, I could get on that one. All right, working hard is not enough. We're moving along here. We're moving pretty quick here. Football really is a team game. Working hard is not enough. Football really is a team game. All right, so this past weekend, there was a Montana State football game. It was a very good game. They had a solid showing against UC Davis. They were a little slow to start, but I wanted to show you one play where it shows really what a true football team looks like. All right, it was a third quarter. Their quarterback throws a bad pass right to one of our best defensive players, named Caden Dowler. Caden Dowler is a strong safety pace, basically. Jenna, go ahead and play this video. We're going to show it a couple times.
Pinnock throws a pick. Taken away by Caden Dowler. Across the 40, across midfield. Caden Dowler looking for the end zone.
Okay, Jenna, rewind it again. Hopefully it doesn't blurb as much. Now, I'm going to have you pause it towards the end, Jenna, because my kid comes out and he makes a very good play, but it shows the thing you want to watch if you're not a big football person. This guy makes the catch. He's the little white guy down in the middle of the bottom of the screen, and he's got to go 82 yards. He's going to score a touchdown, but you have to watch how he has a caravan of human beings basically guiding the way for him. So yes, there's 11 players on defense. If not, I wouldn't say all 11 on this play, but actually everyone did kind of work together because the defensive backs on the other side, they had to be carting their guy to where this guy thought he could do it over here. All right, Jenna, go ahead and play, and then I'll tell you when to pause it.
Pinnock throws a pick. Taken away by Caden Dowler.
Okay. So now right under the referee, there's a big white kid with number 97. You see number 12. Okay. Number 97. That's my kid. He's leading the way. Now, mind you, number 12 is maybe 5'10", maybe 175 pounds. He was the quarterback, little guy, very athletic. My kid's about 6'3", 285 pounds of solid beef. All right. Now just watch him. Try not to watch the running back now. Go ahead, Jenna. Press play, Jenna. Oh, okay.
Pinnock throws a pick. Taken away by Caden Dowler. Across the 40, across midfield. Caden Dowler looking for the end zone. 82 yards.
Okay. So now Jenna says she apologizes. Her internet is crashing. Canada. And I watched that clip probably 55 times on different angles on different channels and all that stuff. And not one time was my kid's names mentioned. Not that I'm saying, oh, okay, I get it. He's a big kid and he plays a position that he's defensive tackle that not everyone knows. But the average football player goes for the glory. They look, oh my God, Caden Dowler scored. That's phenomenal. You should. But I just wanted to show that because it's such a team game that you can see how smart Caden was, where he starts going, he starts coming back, and he pauses and he slows down because he knows the big fat white kid is in front of him and he's going to be a tractor basically going. Angel says, my favorite phrase in football, coach to all players, if you don't have the ball, block. Hell yes, Angel, you get it. Well, 100% you get it. And it's one of those where I see Sheldon says, I see you 97. Nasty. I told you you'd like that one. Yeah, that's your position right there. And it's one of those where he's very, very smart player, Caden Dowler, where he slowed down because he's much faster, trust me, than 97. There's no doubt about it. But he slowed down enough to where he's like, okay, I got the fat guy right here. Let me just use him as a wall. And what a great moment for the team. It completely switched the momentum. And it shows exactly how in football, if it's done correctly, everyone's got to do 1/11th, of the team. They're 1/11th of their job. They got to do their part 100%. And if everyone does their job 100%, that's what you get. It's fantastic. So just a real good moment. I wanted to show everyone to kind of brag a little bit, but also wanted to show you how teamwork really does work for football, because it is not, because in baseball, yeah, you've got teamwork, but if you have a dominant pitcher, he can take over. If you have a dominant quarterback, he can't be that dominant without a great line. It's very, very simple. A great wide receiver still needs someone to throw the ball. A running back still needs the fat kids in the front to block. A kicker could be the best kicker in the world. If he doesn't have a holder that can get the ball down and a stabber can get the ball back to him, what are you going to do? All right, Jenna, let's move on to confidence is the key. 5 questions from Jenna, and viewers, you can always email Rubio at therubiomethod.com. Number 1. Hold on, I can't see it, Jenna. I'm pushing it up a little. Rubio, is the customer always right? No. Definitely not. You can make it seem like they are always right, but are they always right? No, we all know that's not the case. It's just one of those times. Sometimes it's better to shut up and just nod your head and get them out of the store or out of your life. I've had to do that with people before, where I was talking to a coach one time, a high school coach, and he was arguing with me about his long snapper. And I said, he needs to gain some weight. He says, you don't know what you're talking about. I said, okay. And he kept arguing with me. The kid ended up going to college. The kid ended up going into the pros. Did I get verbal with the coach? Because he was cussing me out at one point. I just said, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to agree to disagree. And we're going to move on, because you're never going to see it my way. I'm not going to see it your way, because I'm not ignorant. I didn't say that. I just said, we'll just agree to disagree. So sometimes as the owner of something, the customer is not always right, but the customer wants to get the last word. And sometimes you just let them, and then you let them walk out, and then you hopefully never see them again. Next one, Jenna. Rubio, who run the Grey Cup on Sunday? I know that the green team, I think it's the Rough Riders. I think they won, because Jenna has told me this, and I'm very happy, because any team, the green team, that's what I said. As long as it's not the team with riders. What was the other team? What was it, like a singing bird? What was that, Jenna? Sheldon. Yeah, Sheldon played for the Riders. No, his uniform's in red. They were green. Is that a different team? Oh, yes, he did. Jenna's yelling at me. Jesus. Okay. As long as the other team knew this was coming, Jenna, Javen said, very good. All right. Alouettes. Yeah, Sheldon. Thank you. Alouettes. They should not even be allowed in the Grey Cup. They shouldn't even be allowed. First 4 years with the Riders. Okay. Is it Rough Riders or just Riders if you're cooler? I thought it was Rough Riders. But both? Jenna's so fired up she can't even spell right now. But so Rough Riders, anything is better than the Alouettes. So I'm very happy for Jenna and Sheldon for the Rough Riders. I'll go by the official name, winning the Grey Cup. Go ahead, Jenna. 3rd question. Oh, this is a good one. Rubio, is teaching cursive important to teach kids in school? No. The old man in me wants to say, yes, it is important. I'll say that I do think they need a lesson, maybe like a 3-week lesson of teaching it, but I don't think it should be a whole year. And you know what they have to learn how to do is literally learn how to sign something. So they should have like a week-long course on here's how to do a signature. So I beat you to the punch, Jenna. No need to yell. But how often are you writing? I mean, I have a pencil here. I don't think I've written one word. To me, it's just I write the numbers of the pages and I cross things off as I'm going through. But it's one of those. It's just archaic. I'm not happy that it's going away, but it's one of those things that, and let's be honest, growing up, in the 80s and 90s, if you didn't really have really good handwriting, no one wanted to read your crap anyway. And it was, luckily, and I'm not just saying this because I was on the grand jury, but I have phenomenal handwriting. It's not as good as it used to be. I used to actually practice it, kind of a dork. I don't know why I did. But I have very, very good handwriting, but even mine is getting much not as good anymore because I don't do it. I mean, I sign my name, but that's it. And I mean, I'm not writing things out longhand. I probably should. I know it's better for you for learning things, but should they teach cursive? Maybe 2 weeks of it, learn how to write a signature, and that's it. Yeah, Sheldon said, great point. It's like pennies. Do you really need it? No, get rid of pennies. And I think they just stopped printing them. Thank God. Okay. No, I mean, if you get like 4 or 5 pennies, aren't you just living them? I don't know if Canadians do that. They have those little jars just at wherever you're getting cash register or whatever. And here, leave a penny, take a penny. I'm leaving all my damn pennies. Canada did years ago. You got rid of the pennies, but you don't call them pennies. What do you call them? But you know what? You call them pennies? I thought they were like loonies or toonies. Oh, I didn't know they were actually called pennies. Well, that's the one thing. Loonies is $1. Okay, so Canada's got one thing on America. You got rid of the penny faster than us. Great move. Toonie is $2. Is Trini a $3? What's a $3? So you have a $2 bill or a $2 coin. Don't have the. Oh, you don't have those. What's a 5 or 10? You guys have those? $2 coin. Is it big? Bills? What do you call 5s and 10s and 20s? I didn't even know that. That's a real thing. Huh. God, 5/20/20. What the hell's that? Dude, loonies are a $1 bill. But you guys don't say dollars. You say that costs 4 loonies is $4. Do you guys say bucks? I don't understand. This is so odd. You guys are you guys literally are a whole other country. Jenna, question number 4. Who is the better long snapper, you or Chevy? Oh, definitely Chevy. 100% Chevy. The guy went to the league. Anyone that goes to the league for doing it, I'm not saying that I couldn't have done it had I not hurt my back, but no, Chevy's by far better. Better long snapper, bigger too. So he is 100% better. Rubio, should every meal include a dessert? 100%. Every meal should include a dessert. Oh, and here's another great take that I had. I don't know if I talked about it on the show or I just had a verbal diarrhea in my head one time. Breakfast needs appetizers. I don't know why breakfast doesn't have appetizers, because lunch has appetizers. Dinner obviously has appetizers. There's no breakfast appetizer. Okay. I've said this before about breakfast. Well, I'm saying it again, Jenna, because no one's jumping on it. And I don't care. So should every meal include a dessert? 1,000,000,000%. Big fan of dessert. Because number 1, it's delicious. Number 2, the last bite of whatever you eat has to be perfect. There's nothing worse than getting some food and your final bite is not what you hope for, or someone steals your final bite, because then you're left with not the best image in your head. Well, thank you, Jenna. Yes, man has had some desserts. Thank you for rubbing it in. I'm taking away control. That's it. It's Jenna, 5th and final question. Oh, that's all. I did them all. Fantastic. Jenna says I actually answered them well as well. All right, so let's move on to our final, the bottom line. The bottom line is all the stuff that you should have learned without even realizing you learned it. Number 1, seriously, we need to throttle this AI thing down sooner than later. That whole AI we thing or whatever, that 2-way thing, that is not good for people's mental health. People are going to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs even more than they are now. So number 1, seriously, we need to throttle this AI thing down sooner than later. Okay. Number 2, tough love can be the best love. Tough love can be the best love. When my uncle, some would say, was rude because said, hey, fat ass, from now on, you only sit on the earth. It kind of woke me up a little bit. Like, yeah, you can't go, just destroying chairs. You can't be shallow Hal and just destroying things. And number 3, there is no I in team. That's why we showed the football video. There is no I in team. Jenna, this was a good one. I mean, even though your internet went full Canadian on it. Okay. Angel says, we grew up with a piece of chocolate with breakfast. It's a Norwegian thing. Hell yes. See, I'm in for that. Was it dark chocolate or, because I'm not a dark chocolate guy, but I understand it's better for you. But it's one of those where, like, how big a piece of chocolate? Are we talking just like a bit of a Hershey Kiss, or just a bit of, like, you take off a little break of like a Hershey bar? That'd be fantastic. Yeah, I'm in for that move. But I still think, and I know I've already talked about it, Jenna, we need appetizers for breakfast. Someone needs to start it. Someone needs to invent it. I'm all for it. If they're Canadians, I'll give them credit for it. Anyway, make sure you guys turn into AC Sports Live at 9:00. Jenna, I should have never sent you these pictures. Jenna's just mocking me at this point. Make sure you turn into AC Sports Live at 9 o'clock, and then the ride with Sheldon and Nasty at 9:30. I'll be commenting on them. Hopefully they have some good stuff. Hopefully they talk about a little bit of food. There you are, the ride with Chevy and Nasty, 9:30, and AC Sports Live at 9. On that note, Jenna, I'm out.
Thanks for watching the Rubio Method. Be sure to spread the word, and don't forget to subscribe, like, or follow on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Google, Amazon, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook.